Sheikh bin Baz, may Allah have mercy on his soul, said that if I come late while the Imam is in ruku', the best is to do 2 takbir. Allahu Akbar, this is a pillar, and it is to inaugurate the prayer. Then say Allahu Akbar and go for ruku'. And he says, but if a person combines and joins them, so he intends to make the inauguration takbir, Allahu Akbar, and he goes straight away to ruku', considering that sufficient for both, that would be also valid, inshallah. Adam from Austria. Adam.
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam rahmatullah.
I have been reflecting on something. If Allah has blessed us with hair, is it permissible to remove it completely and become bald? Will this not be considered impermissible since we are altering something that Allah has given us? I would appreciate your clarification on this matter.
First of all, the hair on a man's body is divided into 3 categories. So you can't remove your eyebrows, you can't remove your beard. This is totally prohibited. 2, mandatory to remove. And this is your armpit and your pubic hair. In Islam, Islam is a religion of purity and cleanliness. You will never find a real Muslim practicing man with the jungles of Africa under his arm and gorillas and monkeys jumping from one tree to the other. No, it is clean shaven or plucked, because this is the sunnah that the Prophet ordered us ﷺ to do. And likewise, down under, you have to remove the pubic hair and shave it, both men and women. And this is the purity and the beauty of Islam. It's mandatory. Number 3, or category 3, is the rest of the hair in the body. My arm hair, my legs hair, my chest hair. If I want to remove it, it's halal. If I want to keep it, it's halal. So these are the 3 categories according to Islam, not to my reflection and my thinking is, what should I do? Like some atheists or agnostics or hypocrites. When you say to them, Akhi, it's haram to shave the beard for men. So, okay, why do we then shave our pubic hair and the under armpit hair? It doesn't make sense. Subhanallah. This is exactly what Shaitan did. Satan was ordered to prostrate to Adam by Allah. Prostrate to Adam. He said, nope, sorry, I'll pass. Why? He said, well, I'm better than him. You've created me from fire and you created him from clay. Allah didn't ask you who's better. Allah told you a straightforward command, and now you are trying to logic it and up in hell for eternity. Hassan from the UK.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
I yesterday asked a question, but I want to clarify it. So, if 2 brothers sleep on the same bed, but if the bed's like decent size or maybe tight, but I would say decent size.
They cannot sleep under the same blanket. It's very crystal clear. Even if it's a queen, king, XX large size, if they're sleeping on the floor, they cannot share the same blanket. What else did you not understand, Ya Hassan?
So now, okay, yeah, separate blankets, yeah, that's fine. I was like, if the bed's kind of like decent size or a bit tight, is that fine? Like they can still sleep on the same bed with separate blankets?
Correct. Separate blankets.
Okay, thank you.
Barakallah fiqh. Muhammad from Pakistan.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah.
So my question is regarding listening the Quran in the car. So I read on islamqna.info that Sheikh Assim, may Allah be pleased with him, said that listening to the Quran in a car if speakers are below the feet is disrespectful. But most cars have it like that. So can I do it?
First of all, I said do not mention the names of scholars. And Sheikh Muhammad ibn Uthaymeen is one of the greatest scholars of our contemporary time. And therefore, I will not comment on your question because, number one, I don't know whether he said this or not. Number two, it is inappropriate to mention his name, and who am I to talk and discuss what he had said. Ibrahim from Pakistan.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Sheikh, how do you interpret the hadith in Sunan Ibn Majah in which Mother Aisha narrates that at the time of Prophet's death, when people were busy with his funeral, there was a written sheet in her house containing verses about stoning and about an adult being breastfed 10 times to establish foster relationship, and that a sheep came and ate that paper. Some non-believers use this narration to claim that the Quran is not preserved because those verses are not in the Quran today. How do you scholars explain this, and how is the preservation of the Quran understood in the light of this narration?
Ya Ibrahim, do you have any doubt? Ibrahim.
I am a little bit confused about this.
Do not beat around the bush. Are you still a Muslim? Do you have a doubt that the Quran is preserved? Yes or no?
I am confused.
Okay, then you have a very big problem, because I can produce for you 100 issues that would make you more confused and leave the fold of Islam if you have not left it yet. Because Islam is based on certainty. If you have a doubt, is the Quran preserved? Wallahi, I'm confused. You're not a Muslim. End of story. Shaykh, but I pray 5 times a day. You have confusion in your heart that the word of Allah is not preserved, despite the fact that Allah said, I have preserved it. Yeah, but I'm confused. You're not a Muslim. So what should I do, Shaykh? My wife, my kids. Rectify your Islam. Sit with yourself and convince yourself that I'm stupid to believe that the Quran is not preserved. Based on what? Oh, based on non-Muslims who are accusing Islam. So you base your Islam on stories from kafirs who even oppose washing your private parts after urinating and defecating, and they decide to keep the filth on their bodies. Don't you have any sense or logic? Anyhow, this is a long story. It may require counseling sessions, but rectify your Islam. Coming back to your story, Ya akhi, this hadith, any student of knowledge in school would tell you the meaning of it. In the Quran, Allah says, مَا نَنْسَخْ مِنْ آيَةٍ أَوْ نُنْسِهَا نَأْتِ بِخَيْرٍ مِّنْهَا أَوْ مِثْلِهَا أَلَمْ تَعْلَمْ أَنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. Whenever we abrogate a verse or make you, Muhammad, forget it, we will replace it with similar to it or better. Allah is the one who's telling us He may abrogate verses of the Quran. An abrogation can be physical, meaning that the ayah was in the Quran and Allah Azza wa Jal abrogated it and took it away. Now, the Quran we have, it's not there anymore. So physically it's gone, but the ruling stays. And the ruling is, number one, the stoning of an adulterer. The ruling is still in there. the ayah was abrogated, taken physically. And that the suckling of a child below the age of 2 years has to be 10. This was abrogated into 5. This ayah was abrogated physically, and also the ruling was abrogated. So physically, from 10 to 5, it's taken. From 5 nowadays is also taken, but the ruling stays. So the 10 sucklings, this was abrogated physically and the ruling as well. And there are many things. The director is telling me the time is up. So in a nutshell, children know the rulings, akhi. The verses were abrogated. So what was written was only the ruling on a piece of paper. A sheep that comes and eats it, so what? The knowledge is in the chests of people. The Quran is in the chest of people. We can write the same copy of the Quran overnight, all over the world. And it is not distorted, and it's not interrupted, and it's not altered or changed for the past 15 centuries, no matter what they say and no matter what they try. This is all the time we have. I won't be having live sessions on Ask Zad for the next 2 weeks. I'll be traveling and participating in different conferences around the world. May Allah Azza wa Jal make it easy. So hopefully in 3 weeks' time, we will meet if I'm still alive, and you as well. So until then, I leave you fi amanillah. Wassalamu alaikum. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.